Seen him on the show, and we are happy to have him back again to tell us more about the Duct Brothers. They are Utah's uneven room temperature specialists. Joining me now in this sponsored Pros for Utah segment is the owner, Trevor Jones. And Trevor, I know that you've done work that Nisha has loved at her house, Ray at hers. Now that I'm all moved in and getting settled, I'm going to be taking all the notes today to see if I need you. So if people don't quite understand what it is you do, what your business offers, tell us about it.
Yeah. So we like kind of the uneven room temperature specialist tag. We really like to help people fix those imbalances in their home. When it's too hot in some areas, too cold in others, or not enough airflow just kind of distributed evenly, we've got kind of a unique solution to be able to fix that. And those who've seen us before know, but we basically will block off all of the air vents in the home and inject an aerosolized glue through the inside of the duct, because the ductwork is hidden in the floors and in the walls, and so you can't really get to it to fix leaks. But we're able to use this patented system and essentially pressurize the furnace, test it for leaks, and get an exact percentage of how much air you were losing. And then we actually inject this spray-in sealant through the inside of the duct, and it plugs up all those holes from the inside. So it's really the only way to get in there and actually fix that problem without ripping into the walls and the floors and things like that.
You know, until I met you, I thought, oh, the uneven room temperatures, maybe one of my kids' rooms is freezing, the other one seems hot, and I thought that's just the way it is. For whatever reason, I never knew to dig deeper or that there were experts. You brought something with you today. Talk me through. What's this?
So this is an example kind of duct that we have put together for the example of this demonstration. But basically, in your home, you have this kind of square area is more like a main trunk, and then you have these smaller circular branches that come off, and that's what brings air to each of the rooms. So every time you have a vent in like a ceiling or the floor, it's one of these smaller branches. And I don't know if the camera can zoom in good here, but these little white patches here,
we can see those.
Is right where the sealant has gone through and actually created little plugs. So whenever these are connected, they typically don't seal those junctions, and it's just wide open. There's air spraying out of all of these openings. And you can see that it's kind of screwed in place. It's solid, but it's leaking air. And then you've got your main box here. All of the corners will have open kind of seams where air can escape. Because it's metal, they're bending metal, it's going to open on the corners. It kind of has to. But yeah, when we blow this through, you get these sealed kind of hard rubber patches that are really sturdy, and they're going to stay that way forever. It's a permanent solution.
I love that you always bring an example so we can really see the difference. And I'll never forget, earlier this summer we were all in the backyard and you let us take a knife and you let us poke in the holes, and we saw how quickly they're patched.
Definitely. Yeah, it's very fast. The whole process, basically we come in and we like to do an inspection first so that we can verify whether or not you have a lot of leaks before we do this whole involved process. That's really important, and we offer those for free. So that's really kind of the main thing that we like to push for people, is to reach out to us, set up that free inspection, and let us come out and take a look and tell you whether or not you need it.
Oh, there's so much too that Trevor can go over with you, all of those things to look at. I know we're out of time, but real quick, could you just give us a couple of things to just take note of at home today?
Yeah, if you've got differences in temperature more than 5 or 6 degrees in your home, some people have 10 or 12, but if it's more than 5, that's usually a sign. If you've got excessive dust throughout the home, that is often meaning that you have leaks in the ductwork as well, pulling in dust from the walls, things like that. And then if you just generally feel uncomfortable in certain parts of the house.
All right, you need to call Trevor if you have any of those. I think that I do in my new house right now. There is the QR code and the website and social media. We'll link you to everything as well. Get that free inspection. Trevor, thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
And thank you to Duct Brothers for this Pro for Utah segment.